If you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter which path you take. That's a quote by Alice in Wonderland. Have an intention. Today I'd like to share a folktale from Nepal with you. It's about Bhaktaprasad Bhyaguto, and he's a young Nepalese frog. He's barely out of his tadpole teens, so to say, and he lives in the Kathmandu Valley. He lives behind the great stupa of Swayambhunath. And he lives there with his grandfather, Bhaktaprasad, his mother, and his brothers and sisters. And of course a whole village of frogs. And he is a very eager and fast learning frog. He ventures out of the paddy, he ventures out of the rice fields, he even ventures on the path that's being used by humans. And as he sits there next to this path and sees the humans coming and going, he says to himself, it seems that they have an intention. I want to have an intention too. And so every now and then he ventures on this path and he listens to all the humans that pass by. And he forms his image of the world. And he's getting more curious and more curious. And in the evenings he sits down and he looks all over the Kathmandu Valley and he sees rooftops and temples. And his curiosity even becomes stronger. And then one evening, when his tail has fallen off, he goes to his village of frogs, and he declares, I will leave home. And the whole village replies, why, don't do it. But his grandfather, Bhaktaprasad, looks at him and remembers himself when he was a young frog. And he too thought about leaving the village and seeing the world. But he never did it, and he regretted it. And now he says, let him go. Let him travel the world and let him return and tell us all about his experiences. Now, before Bhaktaprasad can hear his mother start an argument with his grandfather, he bids a quick farewell and he bounces off on his track. He is going past majestic peaks. He travels down in a tin can over a river. He rides on the porter's back, he hops on the mule's back, on a yak's back, and he hops through major parts of Nepal. And then finally he returns in the shirt pocket of an airline pilot, and he returns to Kathmandu, and from there returns back home. Now, why am I telling you this story? Telling you this adventure of a Nepalese frog? It's about having an intention. Having an intention will steer your life. So my question to you is, what is your intention? Think about it, take notes, and remember, I read books so you don't have to, even about Nepalese frog, and I can assure you it's fun to read. Well, looking forward to see you next time. Have a great day.